All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, all glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. This is a video that was shared to me by one of the elders in our camp. And I thought it'd be a good topic for a lesson. This is one of those Vlad interviews, and this guy, I don't know who he is. So Salakia, I don't know who the guy is. But it's all right. The point is, what he's saying based off of a statement Vlad had made, which I'll go ahead play the video, let you listen, and then go into the scriptures as always.
Would I love every black person in this country to get $1 million check and 100 acres of land? Absolutely. Are they owed that amount? 100%, if not more. Black people who would get that, yeah, it would bankrupt the whole country. For the people that built the country to make you that fuck money, all of a sudden now you worried about being bankrupt when you spend trillions of dollars on defense, trillions of dollars on unnecessary, trillions of dollars to send black men, especially to jail, trillions of dollars to drug the fuck up our whole country, trillions of dollars to fuck the food up, to fuck air up, to fuck the water up, trillions of dollars to make people sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker in this country. But you mad? We don't have the money because plain and motherfucking simple, you do not like black people. It is very obvious. For hundreds of years, we've been the most hated. Within that hatred comes the hypocrisy of loving our culture. You've made trillions off of our culture. White musicians, all of them, have made money off of black fucking culture. All of rock, all of jazz, all the shit we created from the oppression, which is in itself. The oppression and the fucking abuse and the rape and the putting down of us, we create blues, jazz, rock and roll, reggae, ska. We invent all of that shit. And to top it off, we invent all the mod that you all use. From the video game cartridge, Henry Lawson. We got the pacemaker, Otis Boynton. We have the late Dr. Bath, who created the laser eye surgery. We have Dr. Gladys, who's still alive, who's almost 80 years old, who created GPS. We have the guy who created the algorithm for Instagram, who's a 21-year-old Ghanaian kid. We've done all this. Then the internet was discovered by a Nigerian guy in the 80s. Like, we've done all of this innovation, even though we've been shit on and continue to be shit on every motherfucking day, right? Because nobody wants us to live anywhere. Nobody wants us to have this unless we're playing sports for them athletically or sexually satisfying. All black people are good for. We're supposed to be at people's beck and fucking call when they want us to entertain them or make them some kind of money. But if we ask for being autonomously wealthy on our own, being autonomously having our own shit, all of a sudden everybody pitches everybody has a fucking hissy fit. You don't want us in your neighborhood. You don't want us in your schools. You don't want us doing anything. But then when we say, hey, okay, that's cool, because Muhammad Ali said, hey, man, I think we should have our own state. I don't want to live amongst you. Like, well, why not? You don't want us around. You're segregating everything. And then as soon as we want to go, white people start panicking. We don't want to be around you, so you can call us. We're tired of white cops shooting us. We're tired of this pissing contest that these white cops have because they're afraid of black dicks for some reason. Because most of this shit, black dick envy. We're tired of that. So what about this? Why don't we just give us what you owe us and we can go on and do our own shit? But no, they don't want that. White folks especially hate autonomous black happiness. They do not like when we are by ourselves doing our own shit. They cannot stand that. They don't even like us in a group. Whites always got to have their hand in our shit. And if they're not part of it, then we're back to being spoons and spades and all this. Would I love?
All right, so there you go. He was 100% correct. And all this simply stems back to Jacob and Esau from the beginning, right? And even prior to that, to Cain and Abel. This is where all of what you see today stems from Jacob and from Esau. Okay. First, let's get Ezekiel 35 and 5. Or let me read verse uh 2 and 3 first. It says Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 2 and 3. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Salakia. So Mount Seir represents Esau, Edom, because that was his inheritance, and today it's the people before it's a place. So speaking to the people today, it says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. This is verse 5. This is because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Right? So let's look up that word perpetual. It means long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, everlasting, ancient. Right? And as I mentioned before, um he's talking really about uh most recent history, going back from the transatlantic slave trade. Black Wall Street is, we all know the history. He had mentioned, um, white cops shooting Jake, the oppression, all this, all everything he had mentioned, is pretty um recent. I would say going back far as the transatlantic slave trade, he probably uh was talking about, right? But as I said, this stems back from the beginning. Cain, Abel, Jacob, Esau. All right, and then it's you still see that hatred that Esau has for Jacob, um, in their actions, in their history, and what they've done. And he mentioned many of those things. Okay, this is verse 6. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. So since he loves it so much, he's gonna get a bloodbath of his own. Okay. This is Psalms 137. And I want to start at 1 really. It says, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yet we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And they did that uh, during this captivity, during the most recent captivity, and even he mentioned in that clip how we invented jazz, blues, rock and roll, sky, all from the oppression that we were going through. All right, and how we are just entertainment for these people, right? For sports and sexually. All right. It says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation thereof. Right? So they wanted to destroy us, our inheritance, to the foundation, till there was nothing left. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Right? This is speaking of the daughter of Babylon, not ancient Babylon, but the daughter of Babylon. And we know who that is. It says, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. Right? So, as it says in Ezekiel 35, the Lord's going to prepare a blood bath of your own. Since you love blood so much, since you love shedding it so much, you're going to get one of your own. Okay? And just as you served us, right, as it says in Revelations 18, prepare unto her double. So not only are you getting what you did until, you're getting twice as much. Okay? Now let's get the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, and 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, for the perpetual hatred that you had. All right? Let me jump down to verse 18, might as well, since we're already here. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. Right? Because that's what they wanted to do to us many, many times. All right, so just as Haman thought to do that to us, and we know what was his lot and his outcome, is going to be the same for Esau Edom. That's going to be his lot. That's going to be his destiny, to be destroyed forever. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, our honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.